What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another video of the 7-day automated campaign building series, where I go ahead and I build a sales systematic campaign from scratch just to show you guys how easy it is to build a sales systematic campaign and get up and running and get a first customer this week. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you guys through of a campaign and a sales system built for our friend in our community. He is targeting solar companies, and he asked me how I would approach this. So this is what we're going to do in this video. We're going to see my thought process, the platforms we're going to be using, the copy that we're going to be using, how are we going to source leads, and basically how to build an offer that resonates with our target audience. So if that's something you'd like to see, stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, everyone, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to target mid-size solar installation companies. And the reason why is because a friend of our community, right, shout out to you if you're watching this, he just asked me about how I would approach building this campaign for him, and like what would type of offer, how would I would approach this. And this is exactly what I'm going to do in this video. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to build out the system now. And I'm going to walk you guys through how I would do this. So basically, the first things first is, here's the copy that we're going to be using. So I wrote this 20 minutes ago, and probably it's going to need some refining. So we're going to go ahead and refine it together in this video. Okay, so the first things first, how are we going to get the leads? So we're targeting mid-sized solar installation companies. And just thinking about it, mid-solar. So mid-solar, these companies, since they are mid, they want to scale, right? So our value proposition is going to be, we're going to help you scale from being a mid-sized solar company into like being enterprise level company, right? And the way we're going to do that is we're going to increase revenue by putting you in front of pre-qualified decision makers, right? Using our AI sales systems. So the platforms that we're going to be needing to find leads is probably going to be LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So here's the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And if you guys don't know what LinkedIn Sales Navigator is, it's just a data source, right? It's just a platform where you can get data. That's pretty much it. It's just kind of like Apollo, but better, right? Just because LinkedIn, Apollo gets their data from LinkedIn originally, right? So they have a pool and they just take from that pool. And then what we're going to do is who I want to reach. I want to reach out to founders. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I will do is I will go ahead and put in for the geography. I want to target, let me remove this filter. I'm going to click on this plus icon and I'm going to look for United States. Just because United States have the most money, right? I'm already at what? 3 million results. And then I'm going to go to current job title. I want to go for founders. I just want to talk to founders just because they have the ability to pull the trigger. And then, first of all, I will, LinkedIn, post it on, make sure you guys use this filter, post it on LinkedIn. Just means that these people actually posted on LinkedIn recently. And then, what do I want? Industry, yeah, so the industry is going to be solar. I think there's a solar. Okay, solar, electric, and power generation. So we're filtering this out. So 69 results. So I think we're going to need other things. So renewable energy, probably. Yeah, renewable energy power. And then what else do I need? I'm going to look for partner. Partner. And then I'm going to remove this filter. And I think I need co-founder. I'll also include owner. I'll also include director. And now I jump to 300 and let me look for president. Okay, managing partner, managing director, CEO, chief executive officer, CEO, and I think there's anything else. Founder, co-founder, marketing manager. I also want to talk to that person. Marketing manager, business owner, Let's just go for owner first. So 600 results. And then looks like I don't have that many leads here. So let me refresh this. And then for the company headcount, I will look for some mid-size. So 1 in 10, self-employed, 11 and 50. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. Now, founders, United States, renewable, energy equipment. Okay. So now I have 1.5K results. I need more. So 2.1K. All right, awesome. So I think that's pretty much it. Let me see. If there's any more solar. Yeah. So here's what I would do, guys. So ideally, when you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you only want to see 2K plus results. You do not want to go over this just because you will risk your account getting banned, right? So now that you might be wondering, now that I found those leads, so these are actual these are people, right? That are founders of renewable energy companies, right? Global Encasement, Inc., Perfect Circle Recycling, Flower Turbines. Yeah, these are all companies, right? Nestor Energy. Okay, so these are solar companies. Now, how do I get this data? And the way you're going to get this data is you're going to go to a platform called Phantom Buster. So Phantom Buster is kind of like Epify. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Browse Phantoms, and then I'm going to look for, I believe, solution. I'm going to go to LinkedIn Sales Nav. So Sales Nav. And it's going to be Sales Navigator Search Exports. Click Use Now. And here's what you should do, guys. What you do is you're going to copy this URL, copy, and you're going to paste this here, click Save. And now it's going to basically click Connect on LinkedIn. It's going to connect through LinkedIn, right? Now, I don't want to scrape 2,500 leads now just because it's going to take a lot of time. So what we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you like how data is going to be. So I'm going to remove these filters. So I'll have 203 results. So that's pretty good. These results are enough for us to basically show you guys how data is going to be and how to build a campaign. So I'm going to click Save and click Save again. And then there you go, guys. So we recommend processing a maximum of 2,500 results per working day. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scrape like 150. Click Save. And click Save again. And you click on Launch. So you're going to scrape your data, right? And it's gonna show run in 0%. So you're just gonna wait. So successful authentication. You're gonna wait until everything is going, until everything is finished, right? So second thing is while this is scraping, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go to Make, right? We're gonna click on Create New Scenario, and we're just gonna lay the foundation work. So the system is gonna run this way. We're gonna upload a lead list, right? So our Google Drive, right? Or actually, let's just use a Google Sheets module, right? So we're gonna just map the connection every single time, and then the system is gonna do everything for us. So we're gonna have a search rows, which is a Google Sheets. We're gonna look for Google Sheets, look for search rows, right? So this is the first module. So we're gonna search for the rows, and the search rows is going to be basically retrieve Phantom Buster scrape leads. So once we do that, the leads that we're going to get from Phantom Buster, we're going to have first name, last name, like a line item of industry, headline, title, all of that, and company name. So we need a flow that finds the emails, because this is the main thing. Before we clean up the company names, before we do any personalization, before we add into our campaign, we need to find the email, because Phantom Buster is not going to include email. Now, how do we find the email? Is we're going to use a platform called Any Email Finder. And the beauty about Any Email Finder is they only charge you per found validated result. So you don't need to validate the email with mails.so like you guys always see me. So mails.so email validation, you already have an email, so you validate if it's deliverable. An email finder finds the email based on the first name, last name, company name, or domain name, and then validates this for you. So I hope this makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an email finder, search for a person's email, and then you're just going to have to map your connection by clicking on add, and you go to your API. So here's the an email finder platform, right? Emailfinder.com. You're going to go to app, and you're going to go to API. And then what you're going to have to do, you're going to copy this. And then what you're going to do is basically go back to your system. And then I'm just going to name this solar companies. I'm going to paste in my API key. And then you're just going to have to search by company domain or company name. We're going to have to see. So the domain is going to be here and the full name. So I'm just going to put in x.com and click save just to continue with the flow. If I go back, so 33%. Okay, so now if I go back, I'll have a search rows and then an email finder, which is going to be find leads email. Now, if the email is found, then we're going to clean up the company names. And the way we're going to clean up the company names is the following. We're going to go to OpenAI. We're going to create a completion, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use one of the 7-figure prompts that I gave you guys, which is going to be 7-figure prompts. And I'm just going to copy this and go back. And I'm just going to use GPT-4o. No, not this model. Let me change this. So I will be using GPT-4o system. And then for the tokens, you don't need to use 2000. We can just use 750. And then I'm just going to paste this. And before I do that, actually, I'm going to add in a message, and it's going to be a developer system. So it's going to be, you are a helpful, intelligent, writing assistant. For some reason, when you tell AI to identify as intelligent or helpful, it spits out better results. I'm going to paste in the prompt here, and I'm just going to lay the foundation work by giving it a few examples. So, for example, Amazon Inc. The result will be add message. So assistant. So this is user example. Now assistant results. So assistant is me. I'm telling him, hey, I want this exact result. Now I want Amazon. Again, if I see user, I'm gonna put in Microprocess Ltd. Solutions. The result will be assistant, and it's just going to be Microprocess. Again, another example, like JP, let's say it's called JP Morgan, right? JP Morgan Chase. Okay, let's just copy this. And what I want is add message, and I'm going to click on assistance, and it's just going to be JP Morgan. Or maybe JP, I don't know. What do they, JP Morgan, okay. JP Morgan. And then at the end, I'm going to feed in the company name, right? So I'm going to click save for now. Oh, let me remove this, click save for now, and wait for this. So 81%, that's pretty good. So this one is going to be clean company name. And then what are we going to do? We're going to clean the company name, and we're going to have a filter here, which is a condition. So only if email is found. Exists. So email exists. Email found. I'm going to name this email found. Click save. And then what we're going to do is we're going to scrape the person's data by clicking on HTTP, make a request, and we're going to have the website here, right? And then we're going to name this scrape website just to retrieve the latest case studies. And then next thing is we're going to have to build a flow where, let's say, there's this friend that watches our YouTube video, and he said, well, sometimes the website does not work and the system is going to stop. Well, yeah, we're going to have basically a router where if the website is not working, sometimes like these leads will be renewing their websites or whatever it's happening, right? We're going to have another flow that doesn't scrape their website. So we're going to have to do, what we're going to have to do basically is before we do this, we're going to have a filter. So it's going to be a router, right? So the first route is going to be, let me check. Actually, no. Let me unlink this. The first thing is going to be here. And then we're going to have a router. So if this, so if this does not work, then we're going to continue the flow from here. And if it works, we're going to continue the flow from here. All right. Let me check this. Okay, so leads, results. So let's check the results. I have the results. So there you go, guys. This is essentially gold. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this. I'm just going to name this Solar Companies. And I'm going to go to sheets.new. Sheets.new is just a way to create new sheets, if you guys don't know. So click on File, Import, and go to Upload, Browse, and then Solar Companies. I'm just going to add this here. And what is the next step? We're going to click on Append. Okay, so I have everything here. I'm just going to bolden this up, and I'm going to fix this by fixing the formatting. The way you do it is you go down, go here, and you click on Resize Rows, and it's going to be Specify Row Heights. So this is gold. Full name, first name, company ID. What do I have here? Duration, company, title, description. Okay, perfect. Do I have the website? I actually don't need the website now, and I'm going to show you guys why. So I'll go back to integrations, and then I'm just going to map my connection. So spreadsheet ID is going to be Solar. Let me refresh this. So I have to set up a new connection, I think. Solar. Okay, let me reset my connection. It's going to be Solar Companies. Click sign in with Google, and then go and map your connection using Google. I'm just going to use my email. Click on continue and click allow. So allow this bullshit to make. Perfect. And I think this is, this is the email account I'm using. For the spreadsheet ID, it's going to be Solar Companies. Solar, I don't know why. Oh yeah, I didn't name this. Solar Companies. Go back, and then I'm going to refresh this, and it's going to be Solar Companies. Perfect. Sheet name is going to be Sheet 1. Table does contain headers. Limit 1. Click Save, and then run this once. So we're going to retrieve the data. So this is the person, Bright Start Solar. So I think Bright Start Solar will be just Bright Start, or BSS. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for, I don't have the domain. So I think what I'm going to do is basically just feed in the company name. And then the company name will be Bright Start Solar. Full name will be full name. And let me see if there's any emojis. Okay, there's no emojis in the first name, last name. Okay, good. And then click save. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my system here. And then I'm going to map my connection. So normalize the company name. So the company name is going to be company name. Will be reflected in the person's domain. So to get access to the domain, I'm going to show you guys a way. So let me feed in this data to an email finder. So let me see if the email is going to be found. So an email finder is taking its sweet ass time. Let's wait. All right, let's see. So success equals true. This is why I love an email finder. It just finds emails. Just does what it's supposed to do. So as you guys can see, now we found the email, and I'm going to show you guys how to get the domain. Since we found the email, we're just going to perform a split formula, and that split formula is going to take in the domain. So domain, or actually, we already have it here. I think so. No, I don't think so. So domain is going to be email, right? So the email, we're going to split the email based off an at. And then we're going to get the second one. Get to. Person's bio's headline. Headline, headline, headline. Summary. And the beauty about this prompt, guys, is just going to look at the summary. They're like, is this guy actually working here? And is going to check and match pattern that by the company name and the domain. Click save. So success results equal true. And what else now? So we found the email. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add in the domain name here. And where we're going to do that is just the same way by adding the results of the email. So split based off an at, and then get the second one, and make sure you add HTTP. Important, click on parse response. I always forget this. I don't know why. Click save. And then once we do that, we're going to scrape the web page, right? And first of all, we're going to unlink this and let's just check this. So it's going to run, clean the company name, and they're going to scrape the web page. So let's look through this. Oh yeah, we forgot to add another thing, guys. We forgot to feed in the actual data that GPT has to look for. So the last one will be add message, user. Text content is going to be the company name. And let me not scrape the website now. Okay. So Bright Starts. Okay, and the company name was Bright Starts. Okay, so that's perfect. Now I can basically scrape the website page, and then I'm going to have a filter that has an HTML to text and adds this here, and it's going to feed in the data, right? And only if, so the condition is going to be condition data exists, website found. Click save. And I think we need to add another thing. Yeah, we need to add a flow here, which is going to be a resume model. So resume model, and it's going to be here. It's going to be status code message. I think it's message, and data is message, and data is detail. Click save. Let me run this. Save anyway. I'm going to add this here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So now the second flow is going to be generating a personalized line. We're going to use Claude for this. Create a prompt. I'm going to use Sonnet. And then the next thing is I'm going to be using 3060 in terms of tokens, user, content, and it's going to be text. What I'm going to do is probably going to use the 7-figure prompts. Which one should I use? Should I use this or just use the one that we used yesterday? Let's use the one that I used yesterday. I think we had good output with that. So let's just go back, and it's going to be campaign 1. I think it's day 1. Day 1. Yeah, day 1, spin the wheel. So go back. We're going to retrieve the case studies using GPT. And okay, so temperature was 0.9 and 4,000 in terms of tokens. So let's just copy this, go back, paste this here, and then text is going to be text. And then temperature, I'm not really sure how much. So we're just going to use with no temperature, and then we're going to try after. So let's try this. So website does work. And then let's retrieve this. Congrats on impressive solar expansion across 30 states, providing renewable energy solutions nationally. Wow, I like this. Great output. One-liner, generate one-liner. So data exists, and then status goes to 100. Okay, great. So now we have this. Once we have this, what are we going to do? Is we're going to use a set multiple variable, and we're going to use the dream email that I show you guys. So this is the SADS method, the Maya process method that nobody does. So set variable and is going to be dream email. And then the value, we're going to have the copy. So let's just copy this. I'm going to go back, paste that in here. So hey first name will be the first name. And then what I'm going to do, should we add something else? We're going to add congrats. Hey first name, a colleague, or should we say a friend? Yesterday we said a colleague. Now we're going to say, yeah, we're going to say a friend of mine told me about company name a few months ago. And I'm going to add in the congrats line. I'm Sa, and I build AI-powered sales systems that automate solar customer acquisitions, replacing amateur subcontractors and booking pre-qualified installs directly. Having worked with other solar companies in the industry, I've seen many waste $18,000 monthly. Monthly, I will put in MO. Way better, way more casual. Hiring amateur lead gen agency that still send them to renters and shaded roofs. So let me know, guys, if you like this copy. Last month, I directly added 105K in new contracts to random company. So just a random company, he will have to put the case study here without spending a cent on ads and with 85% qualification rate. So confident I could do the same or better for company name. So let me add in company name here. Helping you compete head to head with national change. And then again, soft CTA is a line we're trying to achieve currently. Thanks for the time, Saad. And then we're going to add in, thanks for the time, Saad, sends from my iPhone. Click save. Let's just look through this. Hey, Andrew. A friend of mine told me about Brightstart a few months ago. Congrats on partnering with Power, establishing an impactful renewable energy solution. I'm Saad. I build AI-powered power solutions that automate solar customer acquisition, replacing amateur subcontractors and booking pre-qualified installs directly. Okay, so I like this Saad, which means it's way more personal. So what I'm going to do is we need to add something, guys. If you guys noticed, is we have an issue here. Congrats is not lowercase. Provide your response only, no. So what I'm gonna do, lowercase. So click save. Let's read through this again. Okay, congrats on expanding to 30 state. Impressive solar install network coverage. Okay, good. That is good. If I go to bundle, dream email. So, hey Andrew, a friend of mine told me a Brightstar a few months ago. Congrats on expanding to 30 states. Impressive solar installer network coverage. As you guys can see, this is like the high level personalization. I don't think anyone like all of these people like, I saw you went to this university. Wow, that's crazy. My nephew went there too. Like, who cares? This means like we went through their website. Now, we need to have a flow that doesn't take in the website's page, right? So with the second thing is we will have a copy and paste here. And then we're going to have a one-liner that, so since we don't have the website, we're going to have an condition data does not exist. So if it does not exist, we're basically going to generate a one-liner here. And then it's going to be basically, since we don't have this. Okay, so now since we don't have the website scrape data, we're going to use another prompt. Another plug and play prompt for you guys. It's going to be generate a PS line. So we're going to have the copy, right? And then we're going to add this at the end. So PS line that starts with really impressed by how, and then so this one is actually for company names too. So what are we gonna do? Let me read through this guy's headline. As a passionate mechanical engineer and the founder of Bright Start Solar, I'm a mission to revolutionize the energy. Okay, so I can do this. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I'm going to add in the data, which is text. And then it's going to be data. And I'm just going to feed in data, which is going to be, we're going to add in company name. And it's going to be the results. So the results, which is a clean company name. And then what I'm going to do again, I'm going to feed in headline. And it's going to be summary. And then title. It's just going to be title. I think it's title. Now we're going to add in another one, which is going to be title description. Okay, title description. And it's going to be title description. That's pretty much it, I think, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this and remove this one here. Click save. And the problem is I need to check if another website is not working, right? So, and before I do that, I need to check if the output is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on run this module only. I'm just going to hard code this. So the title will be, just because I want to test the prompt before I run this. So first of all, title description, paste that in here. Summary, copy and paste this in the summary. Title, which is, I believe it's here. Where's the title? Title. Am I blind? Oh yeah, title. And then what is this? So I don't have this. So what I'm gonna do is click on save. PS, really impressed by how Bright Start Solar empowers homeowners and businesses to save thousands of dollars, achieve renewable independence, and contribute to a sustainable future through innovative solar energy solutions. Now, I don't like this just because there's a lot of jargon. Starts with really impressed by how company name reference their core missions using their own words. And then I'm going to remove this. And then I'm going to edit this prompt that starts with really impressed by avoid unnecessary details And I'm gonna add this here. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Oh yeah. I forgot something else. So data. So it has to be this way. And then I'm gonna add. Okay, that's pretty good now. We forgot to add one more thing, guys. So the result is actually the company name's result, which is Bright Solar, right? So title, description, summary is already here, which is pretty good. Title, owner, and CEO. Let's read through this. P.S. Really impressed how Bright Solar is revolutionizing the energy landscape, making solar power accessible, affordable, and sustainable for both residential and commercial clients, enabling them to save money while contributing into a healthier planet. So this is way better, way better. So reference their own core mission. Start with really. Okay, so what am I gonna do? P.S. line. 8 words. 8 words maximum. And then let's just run this through again. I think it's way better. P.S. Really impressed by how Bright Solar makes solar company accessible and sustainable. Way better. So now that's perfect. So, hey, first name, friend of mine told me about we're gonna change the copy here. So, hey, first name, a friend of mine told me about company name a few months ago. So now we need to change the copy. So a friend of mine, so it's going to be variation B. Okay. So as you guys can see, this is kind of like my thought process. It's always like iterative, right? It's not something that, so I go and I start building the system and then I just go ahead and figure it out as I go, which is way better. It's way better than having like a plan for everything. Because sometimes you'd have ideas just like this. A couple of months ago. Congrats on the recent growth. I'm solid and I built AI systems, blah, blah, blah. And then, is this all I'm trying to achieve? Thanks for the time. And I'm going to have the PS line at the end here. Just going to be the PS line. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Click save. So now I can essentially, first name is going to be Andrew, I believe. And then the result is what? The result, yeah, the Bright Solar. Bright Solar. And I think we need to add in the results here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. And I'm just going to read through this. I'm going to add this here. Bright Solar. And the first name is going to be Andrew. So let's just read through this. Hey Andrew, a friend of mine told me about Bright Solar a couple months ago. Congrats on the recent growth. I'm sad and I build AI power systems. Sad. Really impressed by how Bright Solar makes solar accessible and sustainable. So that's pretty good. I like this. Now I'm gonna name this generate dream email. Add this here. And then last step, add in this to our cold email campaign software. Copy, paste that in here. And we're going to create a new campaign by going to your Instantly, guys. Go to campaigns, create new, and it's going to be solar companies. View one. And then either you copy the ID or you can just go ahead to your system and then go to campaign ID, refresh this, and we're going to see it here. Solar company. So the leads email is going to be the leads email. The first name is going to be first name. Last name. Company name is the cleaned company name, which is here. Bright Solar. Personalization is the dream email. And then website, we can add the website, right? You can add it right here by going and split based on @. And then get the second one, and then HTTP. Copy, save, and instead of actually doing this, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy this, delete this module, instead of remapping everything from scratch. I'm going to add this here, and then I'm just going to delete this Dream email and map the correct one, and click save. So I'm just going to auto-align this, and I don't like this here. I like it here, which is way better. And I'm going to save this, and let's just run through this. So the first flow ran from here. Go back to my instantly added the lead here. If I go to my sequences, I'm just going to add in, I think it's personalization. And then if I go back to preview, hey Andrew, a friend of mine told me about Brightstar a few months ago. Congrats on expanding to 30 states. Impressive solar energy footprint. I'm sad, da 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 da. Okay, this is good. That's pretty good. So I can just add in the subject line. And that's pretty much it, I think, right? So let's just run through 10 results. Click save. Then let's just go ahead and see. So the first one has been ran. Okay. So let's see. Second one, let's see if we're going to find the email. So an email finder is again taking its sweet ass time. So we found it. Keep in mind, guys, just because my email finder is just the free trial, this is why it's taking that much time. Okay, so the second one has been added so far through websites. Okay, so we have an issue here. Service not reachable. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna troubleshoot this, and I believe I made an error here. So let me look through one of my past systems and check what was the thing that I used to do. So let me go to my internal systems, just because I don't want to make it. It's already 47 minutes. Oh yeah, I know why. So we need to have a resume module, and we need to make this empty. Oh yeah. We need to add like a numeric operator. Okay, I forgot actually how to do this. So condition status code is not equal to 200. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So we're going to have to add, so status code not equal. So not equal to 200. And then we're going to add another rule, which is why, so both filters. So data does not exist too. Okay, perfect. So this is what we're going to do. And data does not exist. So data here does not exist. I'm going to leave this in the video just because I don't want to cut this. Just so you guys know, like even me, like sometimes I forget. Save this, and then let's just fix everything else. Delete this, select all, delete, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and now it's going to work since I click on run once. The website data is going to be scraped. The first one it's added, and then let's check if it's going to go for the second route. Yeah, okay, so perfect. Everything is added. Awesome. So this is good. So here's the system built fully. I'm just going to name this. What should I name this? I should name it Solar Companies Build. All right, everyone. So I hope you found value in this video. I'm going to include the free blueprints in the description. It took us a little over an hour to build this from scratch. So thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.